Hello, 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 my beautiful ones, my wise ones, and my melanated ones. Today is Wednesday, March the 26th, 2025, and I am Wisdom Reborn. Now, I am coming on here today in, I need help. I need help. I don't even know any other way to say this, but I need help. And the help that I need is from the divine feminine. The help that I need is from I need help. I need help. And the reason I need help is because I have lived a life that it's been a lot of turmoil, it's been a lot of stress, it's been a lot of challenges with mental illness. I've had challenges with so many different aspects of my life, and I might not be looking at things in the way that normal people are looking at things, and I'm willing to say that there's a possibility that I have some abnormalities, but I'm willing to look at things, and so because I am willing to look at things, I really need your help. Every divine feminine, I need your help. That means every melanated female, that means every black woman, I need your help. Because we are the creators, the orchestrators, the ones who set the tone, we are the best of the best. We are those that have survived in so many different situations and circumstances that we thought we would never survive in. We are the cat's meow. We are the cream of the crop. We are just all of that in a bag of chips. Because we create everything. Because there is nothing that comes onto this earth, yet it comes through a divine feminine or through a child produced by the divine feminine. And I don't even care what race you are, because all races go back to us. All nationalities, everything goes back to us. So in knowing that we are as phenomenal as we are, how is it that we can sit back and watch our babies in the situation that they are in now? How is it that we can allow our community to be like it is? And it used to be at one point, it was a one or two off thing. In the early 1990s, the mid 1990s, Tupac Shakur wrote a song called Brenda's Got a Baby. In that song, he discusses an isolated incident of a young girl, 12 or 13 years old, getting assaulted by a family member, having a baby, turning to her family, and her family turning their backs on her, and her eventually taking her own life to the point to where she put her newborn child in a dumpster. That was a one-off then. Now, today, March the 26th, 2025, these circumstances and situations are not one-offs. They are happening probably almost daily. Maybe not to the extent of that, but I was watching something on social media yesterday, and I saw a young lady that was she might have been 30 years old. She has 7 children. The last 3 of her children were by a young man that lived with her that she caught cheating with her brother. Till he physically abused her, jumped on her, beat her up in front of her children. Now, I'm not saying that we directly have anything to do with that, but indirectly, we are all guilty. I saw on social media yesterday a 2-year-old walking down the streets of Chicago with no shoes, no coat, no clothes, only a pamper that was filled to the brim, overflowing. Walking down the streets in Chicago, this happened in November, this past November. It was cold outside. Till I saw a young lady who pulled over on the side of the street, went live on social media trying to find the parents of this, or the caretaker of this young man, this baby. He was a baby. He was a toddler. When the mother came outside after over an hour to find her son, she got upset with the young lady that pulled over to get her son, and that young lady had to stay outside for almost an hour waiting on the police to come and get the baby. Now, mind you, when the police finally came, the mother came downstairs right about the same time that the police came. The mother then physically assaults the lady who saved her son's possibly life. And then the young lady that pulled over to assist this baby talked so badly about the mother, and the mother deserved a lot of the responsibility for that situation did belong to the mother. But the way the individual that pulled over on the side of the road to help the little boy talked about the mother and talked about how she wanted to fight the mother, and how she didn't do it for clout. I want to know, are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? And if you're seeing what I'm seeing, then you know that we, all of us, every last one of us, has a level of responsibility in what's going on in our community, in what's going on in our tribe, in how these kids, these young people, these people in our tribe find it okay to have no respect for life, no regard for what they bring to the culture, no care, no concern, no level of responsibility. We, myself and everyone, have some level of guilt, some level of responsibility in what is happening to our community. There is no way. We went from a single isolated incident to where these things are happening on a frequent level. There is no way. We cannot blame anyone if we don't blame ourselves, because as individuals, we allow society to change. We allowed all of this. We allowed it. There's no way we can say that we did not. This is not something that has happened to one person or two people, and I don't care what the outside influences are. Yes, I understand that the government itself pushed drugs and crack and pushes alcohol and all of this other stuff into our communities. But what is it that we are doing as a collective, as an individual, to change the outcome for us? What are we doing? That's my question. What do we do? Do y'all not see what I see? At what point do we realize that someone has got to ask the questions that will promote thought, that will provoke change? At what point? And I'm sorry, I apologize for the wind. I really do apologize for the wind. At what point do we understand that we have got to leave here one day, and what condition will our bloodline be in going forward? At what point? So the reason I'm calling to the divine feminine is because it is not too late. It is not too late. I don't care what it looks like. It is not too late. We are in the springtime, the beginning of the year. So what that means is that the ground itself is softening, and it's time to plant. It's time to till up the soil, and it's time to plant. It's time to plant seeds that will produce a harvest that is beneficial to us, to our children, to our grandchildren, to our great-grandchildren. It is time out for us to look for entertainment and outside sources to do these things for us. It is time for us to come together to try to get not to try, because we can do all things, because we are powerful, because we're us. We can take absolutely nothing and make it into everything. And it is time for us to do so. So my question is to the divine feminine, and I can only speak to the divine feminine because I am a divine feminine. I can't speak to non-melanated feminines. I can, but they have proven, the majority of them have proven that they don't really care about us. Their male counterparts care even less about us. The men in our community, the divine masculine, has a set of issues and a set of problems that we can't fix his problems either. A lot of these problems that were put in the divine masculine currently are really mommy issues that they had with their mommies. And that's why they treat us like they treat us, because they got issues with their mommies. I don't care how much they say they love their mommy. I don't care how much they do for their mommy. When you meet a man, a divine masculine, that is in any way abusive and non-supportive to the divine feminine, chances are he has mommy issues. So we can't heal him until we heal ourselves, because mommies, a lot of single mommies, but mommies raise those young men into the men that they are. We've raised these young women. We have watched them grow up and become the young women that they are. So we cannot blame it on anyone else, because we are the ones who set the tone for everything that we've created. And my question to the divine feminine on March 26, 2025 is, what are we doing to make this world a better place for the ones that we say that we love? The ones that are coming before us. Because love is not a feeling. It's not a descriptive word. It's an action. It's a verb. It is a verb. So what are we doing? A verb. How are we moving? How are we maneuvering? We have been so hurt till we have raised, I'm not going to say hurt. We are so unhealed that our unhealing has hurt our children, and they're hurting their children. And it is a consistent cycle. So what are we doing to stop or change the cycle? That's all I'm saying. Something has to be done. We're not thinking of the future. And it's time for us to think of the future. So the divine feminine on Wednesday, March 26, 2025. Let's determine. We don't even have to determine what we're going to do at this point. But can we all agree? And that's the beginning. That's the absolute beginning. Because if you notice what's going on around us, is there are so many different things that are set before us to divide us, to keep us going at each other, to keep us separated, to keep us thinking that one of us is better than the other one, or one of us is worse than the other one, or that one of us can't be helped, or just the division. Can we at least agree that there's a problem that we need to fix? That there is a problem that we need to look at in a different way. Because even if your particular family is good, all of these kids that we think are good ain't good. And just because our children may be accomplished in one area, as a parent, you can probably see where something might need a little tweaking in another area. And all of that is because we created these human beings. We created them. And it's time for us to take responsibility for some of the things that we've done. We can't just put it all on them. The way they think, the way they move, all of that it has something to do with what we imparted in them, the people that we allowed to be around them. It all has something to do with it. It all does. It's been a part of the process. Something has to be done. I don't know what. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't know what, but I know something has to be done. So I would like for us to at least agree on that. And if we can all agree on that, I think we can move forward. I really do. No matter what side of the coin you are, where you are on the chessboard, none of that. We don't care whose fault it was. We don't care what happened to start it. None of that matters at this point. At this point, what matters is what are we going to do as the divine feminine to correct what's going on with us, with our babies, because all of these babies are our babies. And that is a question that I have. I am seeking help, in need of help, in understanding and comprehending and knowing what we need to do, where we need to start. I think there is a great place to start. For my beautiful ones, my wise ones, and my melanated ones, but especially, overwhelmingly, for my beautiful, wise, and melanated ones. I love y'all. Something has to be done. Something has to be done. So peace and love.